What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. On Friday, 1FC had another spectacular event, and on that event, Liam Harrison was fighting a Thai guy named Muay Thai, I believe. Now, these guys squared off and back and forward were knocking each other down. 5 knockdowns in one round. We're not talking about a whole round, we're talking about like shorter part of the round. And today we're going to go through all these clips and we're going to explain a couple things that I noticed and something I might have learnt from watching Muay Thai with small gloves on. So let's get right into it and start looking at the knockdowns. The first knockdown is delivered by Muay Thai. He throws a left round kick. Liam Harrison goes for the block and grab and ends up hitting the canvas instead of actually catching and sweeping. The next knockdown, Muay Thai steps forward and delivers a punch. And then from there, we see him get a little bit too eager. We've talked about this before. When you get too eager to finish a fight, you start pressuring too hard. You put yourself at risk of getting countered, and that's exactly what happens. He ends up getting countered by Liam Harrison. He stumbles, he gets hurt. Liam can tell. Liam jumps on him. From there, the next knockdown, Muay Thai looks a little bit unstable but doesn't really have an answer aside from go forward. He pressures forward. Liam tags him again. And then for the third knockdown, he just is completely going forward, trying to utilize the long guard but walking straight into Liam's punch. And at this point is probably completely rocked, and Liam drops him with a couple easy shots simply because Muay Thai is unable to defend himself effectively. Now, going through these knockdowns, we go, wow, spectacular fight, amazing turnaround for Liam Harrison. But aside from simply just enjoying the fight and going, wow, that was action-packed, we want to be able to take a couple things away from it. And the first thing, which I might have actually learned, is blocking a kick like this and coming up and catching is not going to be the most safe and effective way to deal with kicks when you have small gloves on. And I want you to think about it quickly. Just go, okay, if somebody has a 10-ounce glove and they have that fist closed, there's a decent amount of padding there. So when the kick comes and hits, it's not going to be jarring the head as abruptly. But with the 4-ounce gloves, there's a very good chance that this didn't happen in this kick, but there's a very good chance the kick could either loop around to the back of the neck or come to the front. In this case, Liam simply got knocked down through his hand. His hand actually came and sort of hit his head, and he ended up going down essentially off the impact his hand provided to his own head. Now, is that his fault? No, absolutely not. He is somebody who has trained years and years with 10-ounce gloves and is probably still used to the comfort level of having that 10-ounce glove supported against his head. But now with those 4-ounce gloves, we need to be aware that it might not be the safest block to use when it's coming at head level. If it is, you definitely want to have that hand really braced so the kick does not force that hand into your head or just completely collapse the wrist and jar through the neck. Something I will definitely be considering with my upcoming rule set being with gloves fairly similar to this. The ones I fight in are 5.5 ounces as opposed to the 1FC Muay Thai gloves, which are MMA gloves, which are 4 ounces. Now the next thing I want to focus on is how excited Muay Thai got when he scored the 2 knockdowns. Remember, he's 1 knockdown away from the fight being completed. 3 knockdowns and the fighter's done. So Muay Thai, as you can see, he's almost giddy. Like when he knocks Liam Harrison down, he's yelling, he's happy, and he probably was not expecting that to happen that quickly. But you have to remember that once you've knocked somebody down, a certain degree of caution is still required. You cannot go 100% power. And I want to show you guys an instance where this happened to me. Somebody ran in to attack me. I used the overhand left to put them down. And then right after, I could have run in and gone for the big KO. But this guy was still throwing spinning hook kicks, still delivering some dangerous techniques. Had I run in, I run the risk of not being able to finish him because I rush it. And that's exactly what Muay Thai did. He rushed it. If he would have taken a little bit more time, maybe he could have got the finish. I mean, Liam Harrison's a tough darn dude. So maybe not. Maybe Liam would have rallied, made it out of the first round, and then would have had to do some real work to come back. In the next 2 rounds, he would have had to not only win, but also score a knockdown at least to even it out. I believe that's what would have happened in the scorecards. But still, overall, spectacular showing from Liam Harrison. A bit of a mistake by Muay Thai. I'm assuming he's a very young fighter. He will probably learn from this, and next time just ease on back. That guy's left round kick has to have some serious power. I don't care that there's no 16-ounce glove here to protect Liam's head. Liam's a tough dude. And you're not putting him down through a forearm unless you're kicking very hard. So bear that in mind as well. If you're kind of rethinking your catching the kick like that, you're going, ooh, I'd never want to do that again if I'm in MMA or a sport where I'm using those 4-ounce gloves. Just bear in mind, yes, that Muay Thai probably hits exceptionally hard, probably kicks harder than the average, even elite fighter. Being from Thailand, looking like that's a kick as a southpaw that he probably uses all the time. Yes, he probably does kick harder than most people. So spectacular fight. I think what I saw was we were going to see Liam Harrison fight Nong O for the title. I will be crazy excited for that fight because in this one, I didn't actually know who Muay Thai was. I didn't have a frame of reference, but Nong O is one of the scariest Muay Thai fighters. One of the guys that I go, ooh, I don't know if I want to fight him. Kickboxing, I'd be worried. Muay Thai, which I have no experience in except for training, I'd be going, yeah, no thanks. I'll pass on that one. You know, sometimes you just gotta be realistic. Somebody said to me, you can fight Saenchai under Muay Thai rules. I'd go, yeah, I'll take that fight. I might not win that fight under Muay Thai rules, but I'm not worried about getting really hurt. But with Nong O and Muay Thai rules with 4-ounce gloves, that is scary. But Liam is great, so this will be an interesting fight. I'll give the edge, like right now, to Nong O. If Liam can deliver and get a win, I will be super impressed and surprised, but one that I'm definitely going to be looking forward to in the future. And guys, if you enjoyed this episode, please get subscribed. If you haven't already, give the video a like. Train hard, guys, and I'll see you back here soon for another video.